What's up, guys? It's Roy Smith here. I'm back with another video, and today I'm about to bring you some footage that I took last week while I was guest playing with a team, and we had 2 fixtures. So we're about to get into that. Communication could have been a little bit better, but that's because I'm guest playing. So I met everybody there, and you just kind of gotta go with it. And then it's like all new to me because all new players, and guest playing is just difficult that way because you have like no chemistry with your teammates because you meet everybody there. But anyways, we didn't videotape the whole matches because it was like crazy like windy. My tripod kept blowing over, and I think it actually like flew at a point. I think my mom said, but I don't remember. But she was taking some footage, also trying to take care of Grayson, so that was probably a bit challenging. But anyway, so I do have some footage though. I had a crazy second half in the second fixture, so that didn't get videotaped, so that's kind of unfortunate. But there was like freezing rain, and like the wind was just like whoosh, like crazy. So I'm just here to bring you the footage that I got, and let's get right into it. And also check out this cool butterfly calendar behind me.
It's a paradise and it's a war zone. It's a paradise and it's a war zone.
So here's what happened after the save. So basically, their midfielder came in, and we're running a 4-3-3. So this is our back line here. And our first problem is that we have 3 defenders over here on this side. And first off, he should be tucked in, and there shouldn't be as much space considering we don't have possession right now. And then these 2 center backs are too close together anyway, so this one needs to come over here, and he does just a little bit as the play goes through, but he forced our outside back, our left back, to come in after the ball, and so he made his run into here and then just kind of turned around, and then their other midfielder up here, he laid the ball off to the midfielder here, and then their player just ran in through here. But this guy, by the time he came over here, because he was caught out of position over here, was not able to get in front of the ball, forcing me to go onto the left side and make a very good save. And so I shouldn't have had to go through that. And then you can see as later on, they will get another chance, and I did get a hand on it, but it just still went in because I shouldn't be forced to make saves like that, because it needs to be tight and compact back here, and especially like leaving him in a central position right outside the 18 is a very vulnerable position, and especially with the wind going, because we had a disadvantage because the wind was just going like crazy, and we had the disadvantage there. So we should really be marking and putting a little more pressure on them earlier on, like probably around here, because if they ripped one back here, then they would still be able to have a decent chance on goal due to the wind. And you can see it's hard to judge. That's why I was playing further back here, in order to be able to completely judge the ball before making a mistake, because I almost did make a mistake. The play was already through, but that's like tactical side of what happened. What's up, guys? It's Roy Smith here, and I'm back. So, you just saw the footage, and the first result was a 1-0 loss. I feel like it was a really winnable game. We had golden opportunities just served on a silver platter and should have been in through for a goal. But we didn't capitalize on those opportunities. I think the finishing of the boys was off, but I think their physicality and the work ethic's good. I think we just need to work on finishing because we did have a lot of opportunities that we didn't finish those chances, and we didn't get it in the back of the net, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what we got to do. So that was our problem on why we didn't score, because I feel like we could have been up easily 4 or 5 goals, because we were definitely getting in there most of the game. And you can tell because I didn't really have a whole lot to do, and we put a lot of pressure on their goalkeeper a lot, but we didn't really challenge him the chances that we gave to him. And so the problem that we had, why we got scored on, was our midfield didn't check back, and I feel like physically we were more athletic than them, so I know we could have gotten back, and we were able to stay on the ball for a lot longer before moving the ball around because we were more athletic. But then we gave them a chance inside, and they had a good spacing, and they were able to get into the inside, and they were able to score a goal. And I think part of that was the wind, and I mean, like, I don't like to make excuses, but I mean, it started dipping really hard, and wind was definitely a factor in that game if you would have been there. But I think that a big problem was the fact that we didn't get our midfielders back. We were being lazy because we just thought that it would be okay because whatever reason, and we just didn't check back. And with the midfielders not checking back, then that left a problem because they had a high press, and they had like 6 men on our 4 defenders. And so with that being said, they were able to pass around us, and then they were able to get a spot centrally right outside the 18, and they were able to just pop one in. So that was that. And then the second game was a 4-1 loss. The goal that we scored was pretty nice, but I do feel like it was a little bit of luck. But I mean, you know, you guys gotta take it. But I think our problem was we weren't getting into them. We were dwelling on the ball like way too long, which you can see I did add some clips in there because we like to play out of the back. So with that being said, they like to play with me, and then they like to drop the ball back to me, and then if it comes in on the left side, I can swing it out to the right side and then switch the play there. And it worked for us in the first game, but then taking 3 or 4 or 5 touches on the ball and then looking to pass it wasn't working in the second game because the change of pace was a lot different, and it was a higher level of play. And I think the adjustment was just a problem, and our midfielders weren't checking back, and that's why the first 2 goals that we got scored on were scored on us because our midfielders were lazy and they didn't check back in time. And a lot of times you could see them running with the opposition and not really going in for a strong tackle. So that's a big problem. But I wish you could have seen the second half because the second half was a lot different. There was definitely a lot of action in the second half. I had a lot of stuff to do in the first half, but I also had, I think, more stuff to do in the second half. But we ended up getting a result 4-1, and we lost that. So that was unfortunate, but it is what it is, and there's a lot of new boys for me to play with, and I didn't know any of them, and I met them, and now we have relationships. So that's great. Results weren't the best, but it was a good weekend of playing, a lot of stuff to take away from those games, and a lot of stuff to learn, and a lot of stuff to improve on. So that's the video, and I will see you guys later.